restart it. Boom. Should be connected. Yep. That instantly kind of changed things. Yep. Alright, cool. We're good. Live on YouTube. Live on Twitch. Both at once. Let's fucking go. Alright, guys. Robs, man. He's moving. To face it. Let's get 10. This is 1080p.
There's no time for this.
Robs moves it. Moving to Vitality. End of an era. Wait, it says chance disabled for this live stream. Let me fix that on YouTube. Pop-up chat. There you go. Refresh. Inspect. No, that's not what we want. How do I change this fucking widget? Or dock?
There's no health. There's no hope. Ah!
It says chance disabled. Why does it say that? It's not disabled, or it shouldn't be. Yeah, I mean, I have channeled. Weird. Oh well.
Oh, come on. Don't you dare.
Bro's a fucking demon. Alright, let's restart from the beginning.
This is FaZe Robs, one of the most
FaZe Robs,
brilliant
baby.
minds in Counter-Strike.
The goat.
They're rushing him quick. There's the first kill. They know where he is, and the stringer only gets one more. That is the mechanics that we were talking about.
Pinpoint precision, his movement, he reads the game very well. He can outshine everybody on the server.
His surgical movement enabled him to run laps around everybody else.
And it's all on this.
Oh, Waffle House.
Transforming from a kid
Oh,
who
yeah.
just played CS for fun to a professional.
You can always
player
count on Waffle House to be open, man.
Robs is a great example of if you have the talent, you have the skill. There's no boundaries.
breaking the conventional path of
Get
going
level
pro
10?
and paving the way
I'm gonna try to, Brody.
players. But Rob's rise to
Not right now.
wasn't all
Fucking,
sunshine
that'll
and
take me
rainbows.
250
He faced
elo. I'm
shooting
trying to get 9
allegations,
tonight.
worked countless hours and learned to overcome some of the deepest.
I'm like
slumps.
3 wins.
How does he overcome this? You don't feel confident, so it's like it was demoralizing.
I'm like 3 wins from all 9.
Robs has met
It's okay.
every challenge head on, all while changing the game of CS.
I'm here
forever.
drinking
That
alone.
one should be cooked, should be, but there's no time for this. There's no health. There's no hope. Oh, come on. Don't you dare. Robs.
Oh my god, dude. Rob's the demon.
Anything like it. I've never.
This is a story of FaZe.
Man, it's the end of an era.
Working hard is mostly, in my opinion, just connected to how motivated you are. When I am
His
motivated,
FaZe roster
try
has been,
harder,
like,
go over the 100% limit,
together
do
for
100%,
years.
Just try harder.
Besides,
What
like,
separates me from
Twist
other
League.
players, I think, is just knowing the sacrifices and knowing the responsibility you have. on
Robs has
yourself.
been there for, I
Find
think,
something
3.
that he sets a goal that he wants to do and achieve. He doesn't stop until he reaches it. But if he knows it's possible, then he doesn't stop until he's made it. You know, I think it's the same with Smokes and certain things he wants to find in a game. If he knows it is doable, he will do it.
I view myself always as the guy who can be extremely stable. I like to be the rock, you know, that you can lean back on and is always there for the team. I think throughout my career, I definitely have provided that.
Robs is the type of player I want to be, you know?
This is shady. This is shady. He doesn't know. He doesn't know. It's Robs gets
Like, I don't care to be like a star player.
It plays into,
I just
like,
want to
my
be a
own
rock, you know?
character and personality. I mean, I like to be very calm and provide solutions as much as I can. And
When he gives
Be
information, he
relied
uses
on.
it precise, you know.
I just love playing
To
with
do
him.
my job,
And I think
you know?
he's well thought through in the way he plays, the way he sees the game.
Faceit is never known for their the structure of the game. We stay consistent, but it's like controlled chaos, I guess you could say, and that's the environment we thrive in. I love that kind of environment. I can provide stability within the chaos.
He works very hard and he finds things that normal people is not gonna find.
He tries to perfect his game as much as he can, and that's one of the main reasons he's so good.
It's getting late night and everybody's getting a little bit tired. He gets full energy.
I've seen him like long jumping, and all you hear in the practice room is like on his keyboard, and it's like 5 hours straight, and it's just like continuously in the background. And I'm like, how the hell do you have the stamina for this shit, you know?
For me, I always try to do everything as optimized as possible. There is a better smoke, you're gonna use a better smoke, and you never know if you have the
One
best
day
smoke
I'm
or
gonna
not.
spend
You
New
have to
Year's
keep
with the
searching
boys,
it
man.
And have to push the limits in that way. Spend many hours looking for things. When we didn't have practice, like I was creating videos for my team to see like what's new and what I've come up with.
I started doing algebra and for Dust 2 Smokes, you know? He came to practice one day and like, okay guys, I have a bind there, change the sensitivity to freaking 99.78235667, and then you press a button and then it flicks and then then you can throw, you know? And it's like, oh.
You can put 6 decimals in your sentence. With all those decimals, you can really calculate like a perfect angle or perfect amount of pixels to skip. You just calculate the perfect amount in decimals and then you have it.
And then they removed us to like the 2 days after, you know? So it was
For me, I had the most professional working relationship with him as a teammate and ever in CS. Like in the way we talk to each other, we're very serious.
Back even in Mouse, like we had this idea of like, well, we're in the practice room, let's see who can stay longer.
One of the first talks I with Robs, he didn't care who came to the team as long as they work hard. And from that day on, I wanted to show him I'm work harder than him. For the first year, we're kind of pushing each other to work harder.
Who's gonna stay longer this day, the next day? Let's see. Like it was like a competition back then, even.
To show each other, like, earn some respect. And I think...
Man, I'm gonna miss Kerrigan and
I
Robs,
think
man.
that's why I had so good relationship with him for a long time.
They activate each other on the.
I love those guys, man.
I would say.
Most of the time we are only talking very serious CS about how we can improve this and that. And it's good to have in a team where you just know every time you talk, you are getting challenged by each other's views and therefore you become smarter, both players.
I think it's very clear to my teammates what I can provide. As I said, I do it in a very organized way.
Rob's role in the pro community is the most mechanical player. Everybody's asking him about his view of the game, the movement. He's very into small details of the game.
Becoming a CS technician, I mean, it's just one of those things that sort of happens. The social media guy at CS, I don't know, we've just been connecting well, and it's sometimes scary because you don't want to be wrong, you know? Obviously, I want everything for the best and for the game to be better and for it to be good, like everyone wants it to be.
I think it's very normal to see him maybe as a guy who really knows the details of the game and the mechanics of the game.
I feel like he's mechanical and technical in almost every aspect of life, right? I think he calculates.
I feel like
the way
y'all
he
can
needs
hear
to sleep,
everything on
how
my
he
mic.
needs to sleep. I don't know, they see him as this robot. That's how I see him sometimes.
Is there background noise? It looks like
That's
there's
what I call
background
him.
noise.
But he has this crazy side of him where he
What the
becomes
fuck?
full
What is
control
happening?
mode. In some way, he's the one.
What is going on?
runners in
Is
the
there
team.
background noise?
Smart player, funny player.
Ignore the gunshots outside, man.
Same thing as Brooke. He plays jokes on people and, you know, uploads certain pictures to people's desktop.
Here, let me
Thanks. Got too crazy at one point for sure.
see if we got a noise gate. I don't know
Let's just say he was unlucky at one point.
what it should be at. We will see. Just try the normal one.
Like he came to a tournament and his setup was like nowhere to be seen. Like we hid his setup. Yeah, we put it on the balcony outside.
We did every night. So somebody left early from practice room, your setup was like somewhere else, except Finn's. He's not playing until you set it up for him again, right? We have very different personalities, but we're also very similar in we don't complain about stuff. He has a good mind for technical stuff, I would say. I think he's just smart. I don't know if it's from his family.
I feel like there's
or religion.
background noise,
He was
like
brought up
hella.
well in that sense.
My childhood was very traditional. I grew up in a rural countryside place. People in the US would be like, is this even a city? It's like a population of 5,000, you know? Being outside a lot, playing different sports. I got into games at a young age, at 1.6. I started playing when I was like 7, probably.
While most would play Counter-Strike the traditional way, Rob's was a little different. He would play a game mode inside his CS called Creeds. See, Creeds was much different from the typical 5v5 shooter. It was all about skill-based movement, mechanics, precision, and timing.
Creeds, I have very deep roots in that community. I played it all the way back in 1.6. It's not about shooting, it is about movement. I got more serious in like 2012, trying to go for records. I was trying to do like long jump records. Even like a few years ago, I actually did tie the long jump world record in 1.6, and it's been pushed even further. I have no plans to do that again. I think those people are way better than me. I'll say that for sure. Getting into Creeds that early, I think, shaped up my basics in the game and fundamentals. Definitely have like more than 5,000 hours of KZ on 1.6, for example. Surgical movement is...
I need to practice movement.
My background in KZ. It does translate.
Robs has such good movement. Honestly, he does.
General flow of how you move and how
He really
you
does.
peek and how you clear angles.
I mean, I feel like he's just aspiring this surgical movement. I didn't see anything like it, like hard clearing angles, you know, or the way he clears angles, you know, sometimes the way he moves.
Everything to go for a quick run, but is it perfect?
Left down to hitting the shots for Australis.
I like this move from Rob. After
Surfing
spending
it.
thousands of hours perfecting
I've never
his
tried
moving
that
Creeds,
before.
Rob set his sights on a different CS community.
My bad, guys.
One more mid.
Damn.
I think the biggest thing that came with me along to the CS scene was the way I became a pro in 2016, 2017 when I entered FPL and
It's the
known
fucking
through
quality
bugs.
so
It was
shit.
pretty unheard of, like having nobody know about you and then suddenly
Like, dude, what is this quality? This is not mine.
play
It's
the
just the
bugs
bad
and,
quality of the
you know,
clip.
make them feel like I'm cheating.
Dude, that
cheating or
quality of
whatever.
the clip is so bad.
Drops retard. I don't know why we don't just ban him.
Drops. I don't know if he's not cheating. Let's see after a while how it is.
There was a joke about he always checks his second monitor. People thought he was maybe wall hacking or using some kind of ghosting, whatever.
Yeah,
it might
everyone
be.
thought Robs was cheating at the
Using
beginning.
a second monitor to look at stream or something. He had like set up a camera behind him, I think, where he showed behind him, so everyone would know that he's not cheating. So that was one of the first videos I saw of him.
I think what stood out to me was obviously like these cheating allegations, you know, that people were mentioning back then.
Everybody thought he was cheating. Even me at some point, maybe. I don't know. You know.
He probably
Well,
did.
the FPL story is funny and sad at the same time. I guess I'm just better if I'm being called a cheater.
I'm
At
just
the same
better
time,
than them.
These are the people I'm looking up
Goat.
to. If you see icons calling you a cheater, it's like, it was demoralizing. Like,
I don't think he was cheating, but I kind of was just riding the wave. You know, everybody was saying it. I was like, probably cheating. You know.
I had death threats back then when I was 17 playing pugs. So I flew out to London where Faceit had their headquarters at the time to prove I'm not cheating. My mother thought I was getting kidnapped. My mom
Yeah, that's
realized I had this
crazy.
massive
This is a
task for
wild
CS.
story.
Obviously she has no clue about CS, so I was there for like 2 to 3 days. I just played pugs from their office. They provide the setup, so I can't use my own peripherals because people think, well, maybe I planted something in them to cheat or whatever. I mean, I just played. There was definitely pressure, but I've seen people write, I played even better in the Faceit HQ than I did at home. It just went really well, and pros who I played against, they apologized for sure.
When he played in the Faceit office and he still did the same thing in FPL, it was like, all right, it's legit.
You don't want to go down as the guy who plays online, gets called a cheater, and then never comes to a team. So like, I felt I was really forced to join a team. Luckily, it wasn't for long. 3 to 4 months of playing in FPL, and I got an opportunity to play for Mouse.
Yo, he went
Challenge
straight into
wasn't
Mouse.
just
That's kind of
competing to
crazy.
become the best team in the world, but to do it all while still in school.
I mean, he was a
won't call
fucking
myself
freak.
smart for anything. I was expected to finish my high school with all A's or like a gold medal, so I had very high expectations.
Gold medal? You get gold medals in high school?
At the same time, I was competing already on a high
Don't
level.
ya?
I could go to school, finish school from like 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. and then like from 5 to 10 or even 11 we would just practice. It was an interesting time where like in theory I had like 2 full-time jobs. I mean, I was getting destroyed by that, like mentally, physically. Like everything was okay for me in school, everything was going good, and then like I was expected to become the best team in the world as well at the other part. So actually, fun fact, the first year of me competing in MOUZ, I was playing on data from my phone. I was playing Pro CS on 4G. I was actually streaming
What?
on that data as well.
Really? What is the
I had to make it
data?
work. What can you say? I mean,
How insane
mobile
is
data
that?
Is pretty damn good in my country. The moment when I did think CS was gonna be my job was when I dropped out. I had to sit down in my school, and they were really sad, but they kind of understood why I have to leave. I have pretty good contact with them, and my math teacher watches my games to this day for sure.
That's fun.
I went to my first tournament. I had
Shout
to
out with the
borrow
math teacher,
some
bro.
luggage from someone to even travel because I had like never traveled seriously before. And then meeting these strangers who are actually your teammates. It was good that I was young because I mean, when you're young, I think you pick up things really fast and you get used to these new environments. So it was nice to be that young in that sense. Yeah, it paved the way for future players as well.
And he made it from FPL to tier 1 team. It gave me more motivation, you know. Then I started playing some Faceit. I saw that he made it to mouse from playing in FPL. So I was like, if he can do it, why can I not do it? And then it happened. And now we play in the same team.
My first big crowd was the E-League major in Boston. Is it the pressing one for FaZe Clan?
It was really annoying to play against him. You never knew where he was, what time he was, but he was hard to push. You could see his mechanical skill was something out of this world.
He was just like killing 2 or 3 guys, and I was like, what's happening here, guys?
Has to be ready for it. He's looked away. Sonny's made movement. Sonny's made movement, and that gives Ross the answer. He's going in, and he's found Nico as well. That is so well done.
I don't think I'll ever forget the feeling playing on that stage in my first one, you know? So the most important memory I have deep in my heart is it was 2018 in New York. I had my mom there and my grandmother, my aunt. And when I joined Mouse and I got into pro scene, she didn't think like esports was real. Being in a stadium with like thousands of people and just waiting there, that's gonna be memorized in my head forever.
Robs had transformed his reputation from accused cheater to worldwide competitor. Then he met Kerrigan, the leader who unlocked his true potential.
Kerrigan, I mean,
It's fucking popping off outside, guys. 10 more minutes and then it's the new year.
A lot of confidence, the team in general, and as an individual for me as well.
I remember the first few months. There's the kind of eternal fight who works out in the team, me or Robs. I think we had such a professional relationship from the beginning. When it comes to respecting each other, it's a perfect balance between a lurk and a caller.
I think Kerrigan has praised him a lot throughout the times we've talked to each other as well. He's praised him as a teammate and as a player and how hard he works.
In the game, we respect each other so highly. That's why we work so good together. I've been working so good together.
Yes, just such an incredible player, and in my opinion, he developed slow, but just became a monster, you know?
Whatever he says, like, it comes with experience, it comes with a lot of tinkering over the years, perfecting what he has done. When he left there, I knew we're not gonna get a better leader. Having a person like Kerrigan step down is gonna hurt the team, no matter what.
I clearly said to Frozen and Robs, it has nothing to do with them, and if there's a day, any day, that I can bring you guys with me to FaZe, I would do it.
My dream
And he did it.
And I would
Did
also
it.
say he was one of the big part of why it was hard to leave Mouse. I have really good working relationship with Robs. We really evolved together. We really respect it a lot because we really work hard both, you know?
Robs would eventually follow in Kerrigan's footsteps and join FaZe Clan. But this story with FaZe began
And then
years
Frozen
ago,
eventually.
before the FPL, on an Xbox 360.
Everyone knows there was a time period of when 1.6 kind of faded. So I got into different games. I got hooked up on Xbox. That's how everyone gets into, you know, FaZe. I was into Call of Duty. Black Ops 2 was the golden era back then. Started watching FaZe, started sniping a bit. I had my own YouTube channel going at one point. Someone was the revolutionary who made COD-coms.
Wait,
and
he
I got
played
really into
the
that.
trick
FaZe,
shotter?
I think I did like a whole Road to a Clip series.
Third place, we've got iRops, and he's on Vertigo.
Really?
He attack and gets a no-scope triple headshot. Sees all 3 of them, bang, gets a triple headshot. They weren't even like lined up.
I didn't even know this about him. That's fucking crazy.
My name is Face Temper, and I'm here with FaZe Banks, and we have a very special announcement. Today is April 20th, 2014, and it marks the start of our 2nd annual FaZe 5 Recruitment Challenge.
Hello, my dudes. I am Robs, and this is my FaZe 5.
This is wild. I didn't even know about this.
Part of FaZe Clan. Well, the answer is pretty obvious. Like, FaZe is the biggest team around this, and it's obviously everyone's dream to be a part of it.
Yeah, I mean, my voice hadn't even yeah, hit puberty. Yeah, puberty. Our buddy Rain here, who actually went to the New York house. Can't believe he's actually gone there. You know, for me, where I grew up watching all the content creators, and I'm playing with a guy who's playing CS, but for some reason he's been to the New York house. It's like unbelievable. I'm seeing comments. It's like, imagine he joins FaZe, but not for sniping, but for CS. And then CS:GO became big again in 2015, 16. And that's when I got back into CS:GO, and the whole FPL story comes around, and almost 10 years later, like, you're actually part of FaZe, but not for Call of Duty, but for CS, so.
Now, Rops has joined FaZe Clan.
Okay.
They're replacing Olofmeister with Rops. This is a slam dunk. You do this move 100 times out of 100 times, boys.
When Robs came, I already had picture in my head. players playing there, the personality fit with that. They can play good together.
I had not been part of a #1 team, so I think that was also a goal I had coming into FaZe, becoming the best team and, you know, staying there. And one of the first tournaments was Katowice 2022.
End of a fucking era,
catching COVID, JKS as stand-in. It goes without saying, the ace I did versus G2 in Katowice, it can't be a higher pressure situation. It's the play of my career.
The way he moves and isolates duels, this comes down to insane movement and him knowing exactly how much to press on the keyboard.
That's crumbling as well. Ops is in a huge amount of trouble. He's going to try and take matters into his own hands. Couldn't find the second
Dude,
shot.
this play is so fucking insane.
That
Fucking
round he won
free.
by his movement skills as much as he won it by with his aim, and I think that's very unique.
It was the best scenario we could have, is winning 3-0, and I think, you know, having that play helped us do that. It's definitely the highlight of my career for sure. Yeah, I mean, we were riding a high. From that, we won EPL. Then we won the major, I believe, was after EPL. We had an inside joke, I guess, of being undefeated since I joined. We were kind of undefeated in like the actual tournaments. We had a really good track record. The undefeated thing went on until the major, I would say. I think it was like Lisbon or something, where we had pretty rough tournaments and we lost to Navi. Cologne was the last event for the first season of 2022. It was a tough one. It was between us and Navi. The grand final ended up being exactly that, and I think the players, the viewers, the fans, everyone was satisfied to get that final to kind of decide on who was the best.
And another impossible clutch. 3 members of FaZe, they won't let this go. They will not go quietly. All of the rounds, all of the maps, and FaZe can complete the triple.
We ended up winning it in a very close match. People say it was one of the best matches I've ever seen, and it was Cologne. You know, Cologne is like one of the most hyped events. That's where like the first season for us ended, and yeah, we had won 4 tournaments: Cato, EPL, Major, and Cologne. The 3 tournaments we did win, no one had done it actually before, but we were missing a win for the Grand Slam, and we were chasing it for a long time. And we had a rough patch at one point. We're like, are we gonna do it? People were questioning us if we're gonna do it.
They might have finally caught this elusive trophy that they've been chasing to find the Intel Grand Slam. Ray, the hammer's been slammed down by Thor himself. Left up in this one, but they can't find a thing. FaZe Clan doing it for. They pick up the trophy, and it just all starts to break down. They realize they've done it.
We finally did it, and that was also extremely satisfying.
Crazy.
A lot of pressure, a lot of stress. When you did that, you got relieved of everything, and you felt like you were in heaven.
And the winners of the Intel Grand Slam!
My mindset when CS2
The
released
fucking
was
this photo, bro.
positive. No one wanted to really go to CS2. My
Dude, this fucking photo of him on the right. Look with all the gold bars.
My mindset when CS2 released was extremely positive. No one wanted to really go to CS2 when CSGO was at its peak there. I think I was one of the players in CSGO who had already adapted to having grenades thrown from when you spawn in the round. So CS2 adapted that to every map, and as I said, I think it's one of my, you know, strong skills to.
I need to
find
know
smokes
that
and
as well.
grenades,
That's
and
such a.
kind of shaped the meta definitely in the way CS2 first started to play out.
When CS2 came out, I was finding so many new things.
With CS2, I brought a lot of new grenades to the table. You look for certain things, you don't find anything. The other time, you find something. So, you know, it goes both ways. Sometimes you waste a lot of hours. Sometimes you find something golden. You never know.
I don't know so much, right? So every time I was talking, like listening to, like I'm in school and trying to understand what's happening in the game. So he obviously tried to really push for updates, where try to improve this
Yeah,
and
I love
that, and
Robs.
send it to Valve to kind of
He's
like
such a
give
grinder
them
in
an
it.
idea of how the game feels, and they didn't always listen, but I just feel sad for him.
I kept telling my team, obviously it's gonna suck, but like everyone has to realize like this is like a historic moment. Try to make the most out of it. The game took different turns at some point. It's one of the biggest things for CS2 in the beginning was like the peakers advantage, like how normal CS just hold angles, but in CS2 it was impossible to hold angles in the start. Everyone was talking about it, and everyone was like, well, yeah, just go wide swing everyone, and that's how you win aim duels nowadays in CS2. And I mean, I think that kind of opinion, you know, changed how people play.
Robs is going to go looking for this and takes one of the dome. Robs now wounded. Snappy all the way through middle, played it late, and Robs is going to deal with him.
Robs, too much on his plate. I say that with a quick click, he makes it a 1v2.
Still not planting, not in a hurry. Oh, and it's costing them! Does it really cost them everything? Not like this to start. Halzag, the pressure rises, no armor on him. The flash, the ping.
With the release of CS2, Robs has continued to grow as a player, but a part of his journey of growth included overcoming his first major slump.
I don't think I've ever had like a big hurdle to get over. It's just many small things. It's like
when I think back, maybe when it's been in the slumps, because you are gonna have slumps, and I think that the last slump he has now, I've never seen Rob's been in a slump that long.
I think it can affect him when he sees threads and all this stuff about him 24/7. I think when he gets past it, I think he's gonna grow as a player and as a person, and a new version of Rob's on the server, I think.
When I played for so many years, I haven't seen anything he couldn't overcome, and this slump was like, I was thinking, damn, how does he overcome this? Because we can beat as a team, making sure everything is fine, right? But in the end, it's the player that has to overcome his own slump. As a player, it's really hard to deal with it, and I think he learned a lot maybe from this year.
You just never know when it's gonna end. You know, you have to play it out and see how it goes, and you have to take the maximum from every moment, every situation. Actually, the first time I seriously got to realize what we did is the moment we started losing the finals this year. That's the moment, like, you're losing out on it. You're not
2 minutes,
winning a
guys.
trophy again, and then you realize that you really miss on winning, you really miss on doing it in the most important moments, at the most prestigious tournaments, and you're just missing it this year and comparing the last 2 years. That's one of the hardest things to do, you know. Once you reach the top, the next step is that you have to figure out how to stay there.
While every pro grows through different experiences, Robs evolved by discovering that a controlled environment was key to breaking free from his mental slump.
The only thing that affects my confidence is how I feel when I play inside the game, when I feel like I can win an aim duel against anyone.
Happy New Year!
And sometimes
everybody.
I feel like something is off, like I'm not maybe sitting right.
Happy New Year!
So it's
Woo!
like
Everyone
things
toast.
that can affect how I play the game and how it limits my performance. If I had the optimal setup, I'm
Shout out
confident
Robs.
as ever.
Right
Get
now
some
he comes up a really
confetti
hard
going.
slump. Even though he had like past months have been really rough, he's coming on back.
Some confetti going. Wee, yay, New Year, Happy New Year. Hello, everybody. Hope 2025 is your year. You know what time it is? Shit's popping off. Finish out this video and then it's time for some fucking Counter-Strike. Fucking Counter-Strike.
As Robs enters his prime competitive years, fans eagerly await the next chapter for this trailblazer.
So far,
How old is Robs, man?
Definitely accomplished all the goals that I've set before. I'm never gonna say all my goals because I think you always want to have a new one.
22?
Harder and harder. Once
25,
you get past certain
damn.
stuff, now you gotta do it just all over again. Playing just to play is never gonna work out. You need to have the passion and the fire to accomplish it. You know, you just have to set new goals, and my biggest goal would be to win a CS2 major. It is a new game, and that's the one thing I'm striving for right now.
Sky is the limit, and at the end of the day, it is only in our hands.
One thing I will say, Robin, get your diet into check, you know. You're still young, but once you get a little bit older, you need to eat something else than chips and Coke here and there, you know, or McDonald's, you know. Yeah, he can win almost everything one more time if he wants to.
I think he is gonna end his career at some point being one of the best lurks ever had in the game. He's still young enough. He's sitting at peak years now, where with all the experience of, like I said, slump.
Is 25 peak years?
He can,
I thought early 20s was like peak years for people.
My love for the game. I don't think it's ever gonna happen. I mean, we as CS players, like, we have played this game for like at least the same amount of time like you sleep in your life. At this point, I don't think it's possible to lose the love for this game. Getting to
80,000.
against the best, that's what
Be there one day.
me and drives me to play each day.
I'll be there one day, guys.
Remembered as having an impact on the development of the scene, the game, the players itself. Have an impact on everything.
And from all of us at FaZe Clan, we all wish
Oh,
you
7 FaZe Robs. Oh, it's the end of a fucking era, guys.
Long jump already.
It's the end of a fucking era. It's the end of an era. I'm gonna play some fucking Counter-Strike. It's popping off right now. Can y'all hear it? Here, let me turn up the gain. Happy New Year, everybody. Happy New Year. Hope everyone has a great one. It's time to fucking grind. I'm at least gonna try and get 9 tonight. That's 3 wins. It's fucking doable. I lost one before work, which sucks. But shit happens, man. I'm probably shaving all this tomorrow. Ah, my fucking server died. We're on the twist warm up. Yeah, when I stream, it feels fucking laggy, and my FPS is obviously worse. My FPS is so much worse when I stream. Anything I can do to fix it? Like, I feel input delay or something when I stream. Sucks. Yeah, like I have 120 FPS. Okay, is it my settings? Let me see. Okay, we might pause our fucking stream real quick. I am currently streaming with an NVIDIA encoder. I'm gonna should be back. It already feels a little bit better. See how? Oh, make sure this stuff's over. Oh, I just leaked the IP of my shit, but it's whatever. It's fine. No one's gonna. It's a little better, I think. Still not good, but yeah, like 112. Bad. Let me turn off this preview. I feel like that could also be affecting it. And refrag hasn't doesn't have the best servers. So dude, I shot to the right and the left of him, bro. I'm just trying to tap. That was bad. Actually. I dinked him to the wall. I think this guy. Dude, I shouldn't have switched. Shit. Fucked up my flash, I think. I think I moved forward a little bit. FPS is low. Oh shit. That's what I'm talking about with the refrag servers, by the way, they just lag. No, dude. like I feel so slow. Like everything feels delayed. It's a combination of refrag and just streaming. Fuck, dude. Hundred FPS is terrible. This feels so shit. Donk side goes crazy, by the way. Oh, fuck. Yeah, everything feels so fucking slow. Everything feels so fucking slow. Dude, so I did not know what was happening. Dude, that spot's low-key OP because of how dark it is. Like, that guy just teleported into my screen. Dude, refrag servers and streaming is not a good combo. I'm just gonna do this warm up and then I'll pop in the queue. Dude, I swear I'm on him. feels so fucking laggy, bro. And Refrag has to not only fix their servers, but like, I mean, I always feel laggy when I play on Refrag servers. I don't know what it is. Let me actually leave. Let me see how it is on aimbot. Make sure I'm not fucking just tripping. I mean, it still feels bad, but it's not like. I mean, it's mainly just streaming, honestly. Not have a good computer. Wonder if there's any settings I can do. Yeah, I don't know. See if there's any like new settings on OBS or some shit. I mean, I'm 60 FPS. I'm already fucking 720p downscaled resolution, which is not good. I don't know. I kind of don't even want to stream with these file rates.